Welcome to the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast with host Jacqueline Burke. On today's special feature, we will be discussing menopause with our special guest, Michelle Imbrey.
Welcome to the podcast, Michelle. Nice to have you back. How are
Thank
you?
you, Jack. I'm good, then, and I'm so happy to be back. Thank you for inviting me back to do this fun little thing again.
Well, today we're going to talk about menopause. Oh my gosh.
That's not a fun little thing.
No.
It's not, but yes, I think it's an important topic. So yes,
It is. It is. I
for
mean, there's things out there that people don't even, the list is long of symptoms, right? So it's
yes,
important that we touch base on as many as we can and, whatever happens, they can keep it in the back of their mind for when they go through menopause.
definitely.
Yeah. So one question that I know everyone seems to be suffering with is brain fog. How
It's
do you
brutal.
deal that?
I don't know. I honestly thought I didn't realize that it was connected at when I was going through it. I had no idea that menopause would cause that, as well as so many other issues that come with it. I actually ended up having to go to the doctor because I was feeling like completely like
Yeah.
out of my body. I didn't understand what was happening. And so I went and I thought I was going to need all of this medication. And my doctor said, no, this is all a part of it. And it just feeling like I forgetting things and just not feeling with like my mind was not within me. And it was so strange. And so, yeah, I got on some good vitamins and
Oh, good.
learned some good techniques on how to kind of counteract it. But just knowing that that was a part of it and just understanding it kind of got me through it, because when you don't realize that is a part of menopause, you start
Yeah.
to think that you're losing your marbles, actually.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So do you mind if I ask what vitamins they suggest?
Well, I not a problem. I actually, and I can never remember the 100 like actual what it is called off the top of my head. So just give me 1 second. And it was actually a serotonin booster,
Oh,
because I
okay.
found that was kind of, I was going through a lot of things like emotionally too, and I just needed something that was going to help kind of counteract everything. So it's called 5-HTP,
Oh, yes.
and it was magical, and it really helped, and it actually helped with my sleep and things like that too, because I was suffering with disturbed sleep patterns and depression and all of this stuff. And so yeah, that was the one that she suggested,
Yeah.
and it really has helped.
I've heard it also helps with anxiety too.
Yes, it was like one of those magic things. I took it, and I know you have to give it some time, so I allowed the time that it needed to start to work. And then it just was like, oh my goodness, why didn't I start doing this sooner? Like, I find for women, I know myself, we just kind of try to fix things ourselves and just go through the motions. And it's important to go to your doctor when you feel like things are not how they should be. Don't just think that you can solve it or fix it on your own, because that just makes it worse.
Yeah. If you let it go too long too, it's harder to catch up.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Um, so we have had some emails come in actually to our podcast from men asking what we can tell them how to treat their wives.
Oh my gosh.
Like it because one in particular is completely lost. He doesn't want to make her more sad or anger her or, but what can he do to help without really saying anything?
I think just letting her know that he's there to listen. Let her have her manic moments, because honest to goodness, I like sometimes I just feel like there's like this demon inside of me that just is constantly losing its mind.
Yeah.
Um, and you just have to allow her to go through those times and realize that it's not you.
Yeah.
You have to know that even if it's all aimed at you, because when, especially for me and my husband, because we don't have kids at home anymore, if I'm having a bad moment or something's happening, he's going to be the one that gets the brunt of it, just because he's the closest to me. But just realizing that it's not you, be
Yeah.
there to listen. Um, just do little things that you know that she's going to love,
Yeah.
and just let her know that you're there to support, but don't take anything personally, because honest to goodness, it's probably not you.
Yeah.
There's just so many hormones that are happening, and we don't even know how to handle them. So yeah,
Yeah.
just be there and listen,
I
support.
think it's important for them to know also that it's not the wife's fault.
No, exactly. Oh my
That
goodness. And that's another thing. Yes. Don't think that she's going nuts, or that she's like this new person that you're never gonna get her back again,
yeah.
because it's a scary thing, and we're going through it at the same time that they are, and we're just trying to understand what's happening with our bodies. I think if that person does some research,
Yeah.
the research online, get some books. Like I'm sure there's books out there that help men deal with it. Just be a support system, and yeah, just know that she's gonna bounce out of it. We're
Yeah.
not gonna stay like this forever. It
No.
doesn't last forever, even though it feels like it might. It does
Yeah.
not. I'm actually kind of on the other end of it now, and it's
Yeah.
great. And yeah, just be there and love her, and
Yeah.
give
Oh,
her
that's
hugs
good.
whenever she needs them.
Yeah, that's
Hugs
good.
are important.
Yeah. Like just still let her know she's loved and
Yes,
love her through it, you know?
exactly, exactly. Because that's just gonna make it all. It's just gonna help more than hinder. So yeah,
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I want to also talk about hot flashes.
they're horrible.
I don't know about you, but my teeth feel like they float whenever I have a hot flash like this. It's just brutal.
It's and then, you know what? I found a couple years ago they were worse than they are now. And it was at my like I was at my brother's house for Christmas, so we were having our family Christmas at their house. And it's December, and I'm in the house boiling to death. And I'm like, I gotta go stand outside. I look like a crazy person. It's freezing outside, and I'm barely like I'm in like a tank top
Yep.
outside trying to regulate my body temperature. And everybody's like, please shut the door. It's freezing. And I'm like, you have no idea what
Yeah.
I'm going through. Like, holy moly. Yeah, you feel like you're a furnace. It's
Oh,
horrible. Yeah, I'm actually gone. I've gotten through those as well. But like nighttime was also very bad when you're trying to sleep and you wake up sweating, and
yeah.
it was yucky, yucky. And trying to keep the window open in the wintertime. And
Yeah.
my husband's like, what are you doing, trying to freeze us to death? And I'm like, well, if you want me to not murder you in your sleep because I am so uncomfortable, this is how it's got to be. So put more blankets on.
So, what did you do to help yourself with hot flashes, Michelle?
I actually got a silk pillowcase,
Hmm.
which I find it, and a pillow that's like a cooling pillow. And I
Okay.
also always have a fan in my room. I tried to get one of those ones that are like they don't make as much noise, and you can set it
Yeah.
on low. And honestly, I also ended up moving into our spare room because I thought it's important for us both to be comfortable at night.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any stigma behind people not sleeping in the same rooms, but definitely through menopause, if you feel like you need to do that and you have a space that you can go to that you can make your own, I
Yeah.
highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it, because it's going to give you both comfortable sleeps. You're going to feel better, and then that way you can both have the room set up how you want it. That's going to work.
Yeah. Yeah. With the
Yeah,
fans and everything else.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah. I know it. I mean, I toss, turn. One leg gets out over the blanket, and I'm all over the place.
Oh, I know, it's crazy. And I also got this spray. It's like magnesium, but it's a spray that you put on the bottoms of your feet
Oh,
and
neat.
you rub them in, and it like actually helps calm you. And anything that you can do with your feet that kind of makes that cools you down also will help, because it kind of shoots through your whole body then.
Yeah, these are good points to write down, actually.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
Meg.
did a lot of research because I'm like, I can't go through this, and I'm not going through this anymore. So I kind of figure out how to make this work
Yeah.
and get through it as quickly as possible. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so I do want to kind of skip to have some humor with this. So if menopause was had a meme, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. Um, I don't pause for menopause.
I
I
don't.
don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just you know what? Here's the thing. I feel like it's horrible that we have to go through it, but it's also kind of a blessing that we do. I don't think men could go through it. I feel like it would probably, they wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yeah.
Like the childbirth thing, the menopause thing. There's just so many things that obviously we're the ones doing it because somebody thought that we
Yeah.
would be able to take it more than they can. And I think that is 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would have liked to have a meeting with that somebody though, because you go through that menstrual cycle,
Yeah,
uh,
there's just
child,
no,
uh,
yeah.
yeah.
I had a I actually had a hysterectomy in 2015. So I honestly didn't think I was going to go through it. I
Uh-huh.
honestly thought I got all that stuff taken care of. I should be safe. No, no, that's not accurate. You still get the prize of menopause, even though you had that surgery. It just isn't like you can't skip it. There's no skipping it. It's not like skip the dishes. It's not skip
Yeah.
menopause. You can't. It's gonna happen. It's
Yeah.
just gotta figure out how to deal with it. Yeah, I was actually kind of sad. Like, what? I got that all taken care of, and now I still have to deal with this. Okay, that's fine.
Oh man. I often think of Dorothy off of the Golden Girls.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah.
Yes,
When they're always talking about menopause and everything else. And I get through it, because I find humor when you can relate to something like a television show.
exactly. Well, I feel like if you can't laugh at it, then you're just going to be crying a lot because seriously, what else can you do? You have to go through it, so you might as well find the humor in it. And then if
Yeah,
you can share that with others and then you can laugh with your friends about it. But it's
absolutely.
funny when you talk to all your friends and they're all going through it and you're like, okay, see, it's not just me.
Yeah.
We're all doing this thing together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, God bless my husband. He thought he was doing something good and like getting me prepped for it. He,
Oh,
yeah, I got in the vehicle and, I was sweating to death and I thought, I'm only 40. What's going on? And he's laughing. He put the seat warmers on.
oh, that's evil
Yeah.
though. Evil. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's it's like okay, that this is what it's gonna feel like. So we're gonna
Yeah.
get you prepped. Oh my, I don't know if I would have found that so funny if my husband did that to me.
It
Oh
was
brother.
like it was like 40 degrees in Northern Ontario at the time, and I'm like, oh, I don't need this. What's going on?
Why is this happening so soon? Oh no. Oh no. That's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny.
So, so what advice would you give someone who, she doesn't have any outlet, no one to talk to about menopause? So what would be the first thing you'd say?
I would say talk to your doctor. Go to your doctor. Reach out online, like see if there's platforms available that you can reach out to somebody online because I'm certain that there's groups out there that you can reach out to. Um, your pharmacist even, like go talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Do your research. Go to the library, find books. Like there's always an option and an avenue that you can take, but
Yeah.
don't try to do it alone because it's if you're struggling and you don't know how to handle it for yourself, you need to find avenues that are and outlets that are going to help.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
there's just so much research to do because of that. Like even from eating habits, like I find even my palate has changed,
definitely.
you know,
Yes.
um, drinking lots of water. I mean, what you wear, even
Yes.
like they recommend like linens or cotton, you know,
Breathable fabrics.
uh,
Yes, because polyesters and all those ones that keep like they are going to be so uncomfortable. You
yeah,
definitely want to go with the more natural fabrics and like things that are going to let your body breathe, your skin breathe. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
The list is just endless. So I mean, like starting now and just researching it just because, right?
Hmm.
Just to
Yes.
kind of get an idea so that when it does hit like the wrath, you're prepared.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure. And it's if you and everybody has somebody they can talk to. I'm hoping like a friend, a colleague, parent, like a mom, sister, siblings. Yeah, it's just very important to know what you're dealing with, because if you're starting to go through it and you feel like you're alone and you don't know what to do, you definitely need to find outlets and people that can help you through it, because it can be really scary if you don't know what is actually happening to you.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
turning into this horrible demonic person and I need to go get an exorcism of my body because this is
yeah.
really scary. Somebody help me.
Yeah. And what's that growing there? I mean, the
It's true.
hair
Like, and
just,
that stuff too. Oh my God,
oh,
like hairs are popping out where they shouldn't be. And
I,
like, what the heck? Like, holy moly. I feel like I'm going to turn into like a billy goat and have like one of those little things underneath there. I'm like, no, this is not fair.
I
Like, this is
know.
supposed to be our beautiful twilight years, not like I'm turning into like some Sasquatch
I,
lady. Gosh. Yeah.
oh,
You,
my
you
mom
got to
used to
get
say,
things to help you get rid of that stuff, and you got to
oh,
do things for this. Yeah, it's fun.
I tried
It's a
asking
lot
my
of fun.
mom about menopause, but she just said, you'll get through it. But I mean, I mean, the hairs, I mean, sometimes my hair on my chin grows faster than my husband's. Like it just,
Like, okay. Yeah, no, it's unreal. Yeah, you just need to find the right vitamins and you like estrogen if you need estrogen supplements, like that's something you should look into, and just making sure that you get what you need.
yeah.
Yeah.
I take a B12. That's my happy pill
Yep,
at
I am
night.
on those as well.
Yeah.
My vitamin regime has become like something extraordinary. My grandmother used to have one of those little pill things.
Yeah.
And each day of the week had like its own little slot. And there
Yeah.
was a whole bunch of and I'm like, holy moly, does she ever take a lot of vitamins? And I'm thinking I need to order one of those little containers because I have so many now and I understand that it's like a system and you should have it organized.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to miss one.
Oh,
And if you miss one, it just seems like your body's then going through some sort of craziness again. So, yeah, I get why she did that.
yeah. I've been asking, or well, I go on TikTok, right? And you see a whole bunch of videos come flying across, and it's like, okay. So you see a lot of women go, oh, just drink. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to call my cousin. And she's a couple of years older than me. And I said, just out of curiosity, how are you managing menopause? And she goes, just drink.
Yeah, because
I
that's
know.
going to help your emotional state. Get yourself into a drunken stupor and see if you
Yeah.
don't do anything dumb.
Yeah.
That's going to make you feel better in the morning.
I think that
Yeah,
was the older generation, though. That's all they
true.
got.
Actually, everything was like if your children are like acting up, just give them some like a shot of something
Yeah.
for their teeth and like their teeth and give them whiskey. I'm like, holy moly. I'm surprised we didn't all like end up with some sort of, I don't know. I don't know how we made it through, but we did
Yeah.
growing up. And then my
Oh,
mom's generation, yeah, see,
yeah. It's just a
yeah, thank,
generational thing too, eh? Like
yeah,
that's what they used to do back in the day was that was their go-to. You
yeah,
know, just have a shot of this or a drink of that or whatever, and you'll get through it. But today, different, altogether different.
yeah. I think if you were doing shots and going to work and stuff like that, I
Yeah,
think that
it
might be
wouldn't be.
frowned upon. I don't know if we'd still all have jobs. And I guess it was safer back in the day when you weren't driving a car. It was like horseback riding or walking. You didn't probably have a lot of horses crashing into one another because they can actually do it on their own and the driver just kind of has to hold on. So I think, yeah, times are different.
Oh, Michelle, you're hilarious.
Uh yeah, you caught me on a good day, Jacqueline.
Yeah. Okay. I've got one last question for you. Okay. So how do you balance the personal journey of menopause with work and with family and with social life? Because they're three different things.
Well, honestly, I just I think you have to be honest with people. And you also, if you're not feeling like you want to be social, you just have to let people know. Like I tell my husband when I was going through it, like it was like really heavy almost almost a year ago, and then I was exhausted on Fridays, and we used to always go out for dinner with friends on Fridays, and I told him I can't do that.
Yeah.
I need Friday to be my decompress day, and I need to just be able to relax after a busy week.
Yeah.
Especially with what I do, I'm constantly talking to people and
Yeah.
being like interacting and socializing all the time. So I just needed that time to be for me, not to decompress. And then, but yeah, my social calendar was a lot less because I just needed that time. I couldn't put in
Yeah.
the effort at work and put in the effort at home and then put in the effort. It was just too much and I was exhausted. So I
Yeah.
had to reevaluate and put my efforts in and my where it had to be, and that was mostly at work. So
Yeah.
that was my focus until I got through it. And then I was able to start to kind of filter other things in again.
Yeah. So, so with your work though, like you're open and honest about menopause, or did you just
Well,
manage?
I think that you can't, yeah, I was going through it and I mentioned it to like my female supervisor. So because I'm not going to talk to like
Yeah.
men don't like, unless it's my close personal, like my husband or other people don't need to know. Like
Yeah.
that's weird. So yes, I did. And I was very forthright and said, I'm going through some stuff and this is what's happening. So if I have like, look like I'm having a mental breakdown or I'm like emotionally not 100%, this is what's happening. You have to be honest with people
Oh,
because
yeah.
if you're not, they're going to think, oh my goodness, something's really wrong with her. And so, yeah, it's just very important to have everybody on the same page and then there's an understanding of what's going on.
Yeah. That open dialogue, right?
It's very important,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I am so grateful you're here today. You're like a bright light.
Oh, thank you. You too. I always enjoy our conversation, so I'm really excited to be a part of this. I am very thankful that you allowed me to join you on this journey.
Oh, thank you, Michelle. I really appreciate it. And we will have you back again because it's always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Jacqueline, and you have a very happy Mother's Day
Oh, yes, you too.
and happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for joining us at the Three Moons, Three Souls podcast.